Hey guys, it's the Metal Blade 5. Welcome back to more Donkey Kong Country Returns. Last time, we finished off the forest after I lost my sanity from dying a shit ton of times in the temple stage. And unlocked the 6th world, which is the cliff, which is basically the closest thing we really have to a desert world in this game, as we'll see later. But it's also kind of a fusion of the mountain world, I guess, from New Super Mario Bros. But yeah, we're just gonna start it anyway with the 6th one. A sticky situation. And yeah, we can see here that this level is supposed to be the proper introduction to the fossil enemies that we saw back in the Beaches Temple stage. There is nothing back here, and oddly enough, the stage does not have sort of like a transition from the forest, which is kind of weird. But the gimmick of this stage is that you got all these platforms, which are made up of dinosaur bones, just slowly flowing down. And obviously, you could go off the screen, then you're dead, and there's the cave. Thank God I got that. And we have one of our gimmicks for this world. If you jump into this stuff, you do not get a venom symbiote out of it, but it is actually tar. It prevents Donkey Kong from rolling if he lands in it, and oh shit! Prevents him from rolling if he lands in it. He can't jump very high, as well as the fact that I noticed that up there, and that is a puzzle piece. Okay, the fact that the tar, you will slowly begin to sink, which I'm guessing that if you get completely submerged, you will die. We have a new fossil enemy here. You jump on the head, then it will flip over and get dizzy, and then you jump on it again in order to confuse it. So, there's been one thing I've wanted to talk about this game, about this really funny thing I just recently found out, but I never really had sort of like a time to say it. Which is kind of why I just kind of forced in that random Venom joke there, being that when I was a kid, probably one of the shows that I watched the most was like, oh god, oh, it wasn't called Oh God, it was Spider-Man the animated series, of which the show aired like before I was actually born, but it was like reruns and that. But that show was actually my introduction to Venom, because it was before Spider-Man 3, which completely butchered him as a character. In which, that's Venom's voice in that show is kind of like the voice I kind of most associate with him, just because it's the most I've heard of him. And I recently came across a video of like all the different voice actors that have played Venom, and I found out who voiced him in the animated series, and it completely threw me off guard who I found out who voiced him. In Spider-Man the animated series, Venom was voiced by Hank Azaria. And now that I know that, every time I think of Venom, I just imagine them saying, say that Spider-Man is dissing our fly girl. We'll just give him one of these. Anyway, I noticed that over there. There's a puzzle piece over here. I'm thinking they wouldn't just have this random area and just have it not mean anything. But yeah, and I managed, oh god! Get through most of the tar, and then you have to pound the ground in order to get it off. I'm pretty sure that's the only way you have to do it. Okay. So, yeah, I never mentioned this before, but they also have versions of those enemies that I have a feeling something's gonna be under here. They got versions of there's the O. We got versions of those tall enemies that are like that shoot fireballs, and also those enemies that are in like the carts where they extend their necks out. I don't know why they kind of remind me of those weird enemies from Castlevania, which are like these skeleton pillar things that just shoot fireballs at you. I don't know what they're called, but. Yeah, they remind me of that. There's an extra life, and I need so many lives, and I just noticed that puzzle piece over there. Yep, okay. Because I had like 99 lives at the beginning. What the fuck? I had 99 lives at the beginning of the last episode, and I start off this one with 82. Alright. Is that the first checkpoint? Oh, it's another puzzle piece, and I just realized we have 9 fucking puzzle pieces. No! I am sick of those goddamn spike enemies after that damn temple stage, in which I should have mentioned this when playing for that stage, but I actually discovered a little trick to that part, where you have to fall down while avoiding them, which I said was like near impossible. When they're on the far right, if you shoot when they're on the far right, then you can just easily get past them. And I noticed the platform over there because I'm becoming very eagle-eyed. Okay, yep, there's a puzzle piece over there. And then there's a zebra, and oh! You can actually go up there. Okay. Oh, it's one of these bonus rooms. Oh yes, there's a life in this. Thank God. Okay, shoot up there, then I'm gonna go diagonal and shoot across. And get the banana coins, and then get that for last, and then shoot down into the puzzle piece. And I'm actually doing pretty good for the puzzle pieces, considering there's 9 of them in this stage, but alright. Now we can jump down here, and yeah, well, what you're gonna see a lot of in this world is dinosaur skeletons, which does admittedly kind of make me like this world a lot more than other sort of... Oh, that's the cheat! A lot more than other desert-ish or mountain stages and other Nintendo games! Because of the dinosaur thing. Because when I was a little kid, I was like obsessed with dinosaurs. I thought they were like the coolest thing ever. So obsessed to the point that I got kind of embarrassed about it now that I'm older, similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh effect, as I like to call it, which, funnily enough, the reason why I kind of like these the designs of these fossil enemies, not just because they're fossils, is also because they kind of remind me of Jim Cook's fossil monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which for some reason were never introduced in the actual card game. I have no idea why they didn't do that. But alright, so... Okay, I can just barely see that puzzle piece there. It is hidden right behind the health icon. And I can just get up there. I managed to get all 9 puzzle pieces and go another extra life. Alright, I don't really care that I got the DK, because getting lives is kind of the most important thing for me, other than obviously just getting Kong letters and that. Because I want to get back up to 99, because, again, this world is pretty tricky. That first level isn't so bad, but we're going to see quite a few more difficult levels later on in this world. Just saying. Whew! When we move on there, we go to Prehistoric Path, which I remember this stage, and I know for a fact that it's another stage with a very misleading title. It has the prehistoric part down pat because of all the fossils again. But the path? Oh no, that is so not true. And that looks like something that would... Okay, just bananas, alright. We got more tar here, but we also have sinking platforms. And then, I don't really know if I mentioned this about the fossil enemies the first time we saw them, but jumping on their heads after they leave their body will count towards the combo that... That was a puzzle piece down there, wasn't it? Fuck me, but it's a minecart stage, so yes. How is this a path? It's more like a railroad, but okay, there's a K. And we got more ducking sequences there, and I remember dying on this stage a lot when I was a kid as well because of a lot of tricky jumps here, in which we have platforms that look like they have Yoshi eggs on top of them. That looks like something's hidden there. Yes, there's a puzzle piece. I should not have pressed the A button there. Actually, now that I think about it, I can actually get across here since I died, and I did not read... Get up there, Donkey Kong! Jesus Christ! Okay, that's a banana coin, but this looks like, yep, it's another bonus room, and oh, it's the moving platform one. Probably the least interesting one to talk about, but at least gives me a freaking extra life. Get up here. Get that life! Yes, alright, I got 89. I'm gonna get that banana coin on the left first. Then, down here. Gonna be ballsy here. And get up here. And yeah! Alright, I think that's the fastest I've ever done getting through that type of bonus area, but do I have to go back and jump through the lava? No, I almost said lava. The tar again? Okay, that's a good tactic, okay? So you don't have to deal with the shit that the tar makes you go through. Yeah, I don't know how you can possibly miss that K, because that's pretty much on the way there. But alright. We no longer have moles riding these minecarts. We have freaking more fossils as well. And again, I'm very unfamiliar with the enemy names in this game. I just kind of could call them what they look like, so I'm just going to call them fossils from here on out, until I actually know what their official names are. And we got more sinking platforms, and oh god, I thought I jumped at a really bad time there. Oh shit! Oh god, again, I thought I jumped back. Okay, first checkpoint, then jump down here. Oh shit! Oh, I had to kind of react at the last second there. Let's puzzle piece up there, and I don't have to jump on that enemy. And then more ducking. The thing that caused me to die on the stage is just you have to be very precise with your jumps when they position some of the spiked areas. And now we're riding on a giant eggshell. I can't talk today anymore. And now we're inside it, so it's just like that loop bit from back in the cave. And we got to avoid all these teeth that keep making more holes. And there's a... I was about to say, how could you miss that puzzle piece? And I just proved myself fucking wrong there. Oh, great. Oh, shit. And these are sinking really fast now. Oh, God. Please get through all this. Oh, crap. I'm still going to have to replay the stage with that damn puzzle piece. But that's probably a puzzle piece as well, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I missed one. That doesn't make it as much of a pain in the ass to go back to. Get it? Yes, I got the DK! 12 bananas, but it got me another life in the end. Okay, so I'm not that bothered. Okay, so that's it. And I just keep getting bummed out every time I freaking lose Diddy. Even though, obviously, you really need Diddy for that stage because you can't use his jetpack when you're riding in the minecart, but still! Again, like with the forest, we don't unlock Cranky's shop after being the second one. It's going to be the third the third level, which is Weighty Way, and I still can't talk anymore. And again, I got nothing interesting to say about the loading screen. And again, is that going to be a puzzle piece? Let's just be more bananas to distract me. Let's see. Suppose I heard Diddy! I heard Diddy! Yep, there he is! And now I remember the stage. As the name implies, got... That was a oh, no. No! I am a fool! And now we actually see the tiki for this world. I can't believe we got one through those first... Wait a minute. Night. Oh yeah, I died before and I didn't even fucking comment on it. Jesus. Yes, the tiki for this world is finally the xylophone one. It's not like, what did I call it? Didn't I say, like, back in the beach or something that the tiki was the xylophone one by mistake? But yeah, now we actually have the xylophone tiki in this world. In which, actually, now again, on the subject of tiki, I got another thing about the tikis that I need to talk about, being that, I think it was the first episode that I did in the cave. Somebody informed me that, in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, the tikis have their own trophies, which I was actually unaware of. But one of the tikis that does have their own trophies is the, well, loot tiki, as I refer to it as, and they actually show what their official names are. And the official name of the loot tiki is actually Banjo Bottoms. Yes, I'm being serious, and I just noticed that puzzle piece. So yes, the loot tiki is actually based on the banjo. Alright, well, continuing on, and there's our first checkpoint, and that was a very sneaky puzzle piece. And I have 700 banana coins, what the fuck? Anyway, we have these springs now that help us get up here, and something that I didn't actually realize, though, is that I can't do it here because of the way the platform moves like a seesaw! Is that, I'm trying to show it off here, but you can, blow the fire out of those enemies like with the other, fire tikis, which I don't think I was actually aware of when I was a kid. I think you just couldn't kill them. But anyway, we have these weights where if they go on the lowest point, they will drop off because of that giant rock holding them down for them. And then obviously we have the introduction of those kinds of platforms, which instantly crumble as soon as you stand on them. So you gotta be faster. And I just noticed that alcove there, and it's okay. So if the A button will work this time, we can potentially do this. I'm gonna wait for this thing now. I think you could actually get yeah, you can get 2 shots in if you're fast enough. I just don't want to risk it. Oh shit. I got 1 out of that. Great. Okay, I got 2. Oh yes! Oh, that was some I can't even get into the barrel when I actually wanted to. Thank you. Got another puzzle piece. I think I got another life out of that. You're very likely to get a life out of that because how many bananas there are, and then we're gonna grab onto this because again, through the power of weights, drop down, and then we have another checkpoint, and he's always conveniently on the top of these cliffs within the cliff world. And then we move down here. If you, okay, this moves down. Oh, and I thought that if you jumped off, it would. Oh God, nope. It was, it would cause it to stop moving there. I can't talk anymore again. I noticed that N in the background, though. I'm gonna go across here, and now I'm gonna guess that we're gonna have to do some very complicated weight puzzle here in order to actually reach it. And okay, I wasn't expecting them to put a puzzle piece in something that kind of in the way there, but all right. Oh shit! Just missed it, of course. So there. How did I get it there? But not when, like, the actual enemy. Oh, God. Okay, so found this, and that gives us another barrel cannon, which is probably... I gotta go through all this shit again now as well. Great! That's fun! Oh, God. Move. There! And notice this other blowing plants. Which gives me another banana coin. Then, oh, we got more of the rocks. And then, there. No, this isn't anything interesting here. Oh, we just move on. Yet, I was about to say, is the checkpoint going to be there? Because he always shows up after these sections. And Really? Just a banana coin? Seems like they were trying to hide it for once they thought it was too obvious. And now we need to get rid of this rock because it's holding down that weight. So then we can move this down. And then we get up on this spike platform, which fortunately does not fall down. And... nope, nothing in this... that was a weird camera shift. I noticed that... oh, I get it. We're gonna drop down here. Then we're gonna fire it at just the right time in order to get on top of there, where we can get this DK barrel, which I can throw at this guy. Take out. What the fuck? I went right through his skull. Since when did enemies have invincibility frames? Okay, we got another more weights, of course, as the name implies, because I can't really say that much interesting about weights. And I don't conveniently land on you like I saw some birds back in the earlier worlds, but nothing interesting there. Nothing interesting in there either. Please give me something interesting. Nope. Oh! There's the G. I think I know how to do this. You have to... no. Ah, shit. Got stuck on the... get off, and then, yeah, jump on top of it in order to get the G. That was a bad... oh, that was a bad idea. Alright. And, seems like I can go into this path. Ah, it gives you a puzzle piece as well. Okay, and I got all the puzzle pieces this time around. Great. Oh, I saw the decan. I racked it. I need to rack before that. Ugh. Okay, got all the Kong and all the puzzle pieces. And obviously return to the world map. And again, I got nothing interesting to say. It's like nice fossils in the background. I mean, I noticed there's a giant Stegosaurus fossil in the background. I'm thinking, hey, what kind of freaking dinosaur is that? What? Well, you've amazed your old grandpa by getting this far. Alright, you know what the deal is, Cranky. I want that map key. If you find all the Kong letters, something exciting may... we know what happens, Cranky. Jeez. Good luck, kid. From the looks of you, you're going to need... oh, fuck you, Cranky. It's like, yeah, you've got no skill whatsoever, bitch. Alright, we unlocked that stage as well. We're coming up to almost 18 minutes, so I'm going to end it off here. So, next time on Donkey Kong Country Returns, we're going to be continuing through more of the cliff. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe and let me know you're enjoying this. And I'll see you guys next time. At least it's gone better than the forest this far.